Our first presentation that we're going to hear now comes from Knowledge Management Assistance within the Publications Office of the European Union. So knowing this topic very, very well, we're pleased to hear from Antico Garenser and Lucy Wallane, who will tell us about how to create, maintain, disseminate and visualise multilingual reference data at a corporate level. So I will hand over the floor to our experts, and remember, send in your questions.
Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry. So good afternoon, everyone. As you might know, the Publication Office creates, maintains, and disseminates multilingual reference data. In this presentation, we will tell you more about multilingual reference data and what are they, some facts and principles about them, what service is offered at the corporate level, and the results and benefits of using reference data. Multilingual reference data are published by the Publication Office on the EU Vocabularies website. On this website, they can be viewable and browsable online, and they can also be retrievable with only a few clicks. I will now leave my colleague Annika to explain you more about the reference data maintenance.
Thank you. So what is the general workflow for creating and updating reference data? First of all, we need to define the need together with the data managers, the data owners, and the users. And then it comes to modeling the data based on some semantic standards. It involves also the work of some professionals, semantic experts, and we need to identify the ontologies to be used and the semantic models such as SCOS, OWL, or others. And then it comes to the creation of the asset with some collaborative tools that we are going to show you later on, and with the support of the semantic experts. And once the asset is created, the new reference data set is published and disseminated in some semantic repositories and on other portals such as EU Vocabularies, as Lucy already explained. So it's a cycle of implementing, updating, harmonizing the reference data sets, and finally, of course, publishing and disseminating it to make it available to the public. The Corporate Reference Data Management Group of the European Commission involves data experts and stakeholders from across the European Commission. The goal is to define some rules and some principles for a common management of reference data, and to establish a list of key vocabularies that are covering some important topics such as list of countries or currencies or frequencies and so on, and that are offered for reuse in the European Commission and also made available to the great public. The background is that a lot of similar topics are maintained still in silos in a lot of institutions, while a lot of other reference data is already publicly available. So we need to harmonize and standardize them based on some common standards, basic rules, and some principles that you can see on the right side of the screen. The group defines also some corporate tools for the data maintenance and also some rules for the governance. So the principles involve, for example, persistent identifiers, assignment of metadata, reuse of external reference data, and assigning naming conventions as well. So in order to support the maintenance of common reference data, the Publications Office of the European Union and the Reference Data Management Team and Help Desk offers some services for the corporate reference data management. The first one is the creation and the update of reference data assets. Whether you would like to publish a completely new vocabulary or update an existing one, this falls under this service. Then it comes to the maintenance with some common corporate tools that we are also going to show you later on. And these are all collaborative tools. So multiple users can work with them together, and different expert groups can also collaborate. And once the reference data is created and maintained, it can be disseminated in repositories or on some common portals. Additionally, we also provide some training for the use of the corporate tools and customer service for any other request.
So we are using 3 web-based applications with different purposes. The first one is Workbench, which uses semantic technologies, and it is used to maintain large-scale multilingual vocabularies. The second one is EuroVoc, which is a cousin of Workbench. It is also based on semantic technologies, but it is used to visualize and share reference data and mappings. And it also gives access to data for non-specialists. And the last one is TLT, which is a bit different. It is not based on semantic technologies, but it is used to maintain and share numerous large multilingual lists, and it gives also access to data for non-specialists. If you are more interested into it, you can check the demo tomorrow and on day 3 of the conference. So what are the benefits of using those applications? First, the vocabularies are managed centrally and can be easily accessible. Various profiles can work together and specific roles and tasks can be allocated to them. This is a unique access point both to humans and computers, and it also provides APIs and web services. So, in a nutshell, reference datasets are maintained and created simultaneously with Workbench and TLT. They can be visualized and shared in real time with EuroVoc and TLT. As I said already, various profiles can work together, such as documentalists, translators, terminologies, but also IT specialists or developers. The datasets can be retrieved from Cellar for machines or from EU vocabularies for humans. So this allows skill pooling, online access, simultaneous editing, sharing in real time, shortened timeline, and it also increases the standardization. I will now give the floor back to Aniko.
So in the current situation, the cooperative mechanism for the common management of reference data involves vocabulary managers, users, and experts. And they are interacting for a common maintenance of reference data, for creating and updating reference data sets using some collaborative tools and based on semantic standards. So this results in an increased need for the corporate services and the use of the applications. We have more than 20 incoming service requests per month. So what are the next possible steps? The first one is adopting a common data model in order to further harmonize and standardize the data maintenance. And the next one is building a corporate database and publishing all the corporate reference data sets there in order to provide one single access point. So it would be much easier for the users and for the managers as well for accessing the data. So just to wrap it up, the well-established maintenance and dissemination mechanisms and the centralized professional services allow a more cost-efficient and faster dissemination and maintenance of reference data. And this whole workflow empowers the users and the vocabulary managers to take part in the editing process with the help of some collaborative tools, with standards, with common principles, and semantic applications. So thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any questions, just please contact us and we are open for the questions here.
Thank you very much. And of course, you're open for questions now, thankfully, as we have a live audience following us today. And a couple of questions come in for you, ladies. First one is, how many multilingual reference data sets are there available? I'm not sure which of you wants to take that question.
Well, we can speak of hundreds, I can say. Lucy, maybe you have a more exact number.
I don't have the precise number.
yes, but definitely hundreds of reference data sets. We have a lot of authority tables published. These are more than 200 around, we could say, thesauri, taxonomies, ontologies. So it's a really large number, and it's also increasing.
And thank you for that question. Hundreds is a plenty good answer, but if we can get a more precise one to whoever that asked that questions, they can always write into you on the emails provided. Another question, can I reuse some of the data sets in my project also when not working at the European Commission?
Go,
Yeah,
please.
Lucy. Yeah,
As
okay.
you prefer.
So, if you're not working for the European Commission, but you're working for a European institution, you can still have access to the tools, to the command management as well. And for the access, if you're not working for any of the institutions, we need to see the precise conditions, of course. But otherwise, for each project, we have the vocabulary managers and the data owners. So we always refer back to them if they allow the access for external users. So as in the maintenance tools, the data is still in editing mode, so it's still not published. We need to ask for permission, of course, from the data owners.
Thank you. I think that's a good, clear answer there. And then, don't you think that different data models could coexist according to specific community needs? A little bit more of a complicated question there for you. Lucy, do you want to take the lead on that one? Do you think different data models could coexist according to different specific community needs?
Yes, I think that depending on the needs, we can have different models, but if they are the same needs, it's preferable to use only one model. It's also ensure the interoperability, of course.
And I just, Antico, you're agreeing with that as well? I see you nodding along.
Of course, yes.
Okay, well, thank you very much, ladies. Lots more for our audience to discover online. So you've seen that slide there, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you can follow it up and find out a lot more on the website.